At only the age of 11 years old, young Chop took an interest in creating beats. His cousin would help him get started back in the day. But with young Chop falling in love with music so early, the stars aligned for him, and he met his childhood friend, Chief Keef. They met through Facebook, and not too long after that, they began working on music together. After his early success, young Chop leveled up, and throughout the years, Chop worked with some of the biggest rappers in the game. Rappers like Soulja Boy, Rick Ross, Big Sean, Ty Dolla $ign, and Juicy J. He also made his own record label called Chop Squad Records. But with young Chop, as the years progressed, sadly so did more and more things that began to take his career downhill.
What y'all on? What 21 in there? Hold on, wait.
The beginning of 2020 was a crazy time for young Chop in both his life and his career. Young Chop got into beef with both 21 Savage and Meek Mill. Young Chop alleges that both 21 and Meek were scared of him after they found out he had a gun on him when they were all in the studio together.
Yo, now then we go in that motherfucking studio vanished. Put yes or no, motherfucker. You know it's the look. I'm finna put yes. Look, it was already right there. I ain't even had to type it in.
And after that incident, there was some back and forth, such as Chop saying that 21 is a fake. But both Meek Mill and 21 took a surprising high route and felt that the outburst was due to Chop having mental issues at the time and hoped that he got help for it soon. Unfortunately though, this only seemed to make things worse, as it's not what Chop wanted to hear. Young Chop went looking for trouble from 21 Savage in his own hood, and that's exactly what he ended up finding.
Bro, they need to go hire some more shooters, bro. I swear to God. Bro. They need to go hire some more shooters, bro.
While Chop was in 21's hood, he ended up getting shot at while he's in an Uber, allegedly because of his beef with 21. Chop wanted the Uber driver not to report the incident because it wasn't a big deal to him, but unfortunately for Chop, the Uber driver disagreed. Chop was arrested for reckless conduct over this, and then weeks later, he was also ended up arrested for letting his dog starve to death.
And allowing a dog to starve to death while in his custody. Well, we don't know a ton about all of these charges, namely the dog thing. But
as I previously mentioned, in 2020, this was a crazy time for young Chop. He was willing to go at anyone over anything. Besides Meek Mill and 21 Savage, the list included Drake, French Montana, and other big names. He also got into it with King Von's girlfriend while she was on Instagram Live, but she happened to be with King Von at the time, and he took her phone and had this to say.
Get this man off my life. Chop, big ass. Tell him going on.
Chop,
hey, Chop, we don't even play like that over here, bro.
You hear me? I think Chop trying to get that million followers as well.
Hey, Chop, we don't play like that. Well, yeah.
At this point, you might be thinking that things might have finally gotten better for Chop, but they didn't. They went from bad to worse. In the middle of the night in 2020, Chop was recorded on his front doorstep camera, shooting into the dark street. He said that people were after him, but he ended up getting arrested for it. He posted the footage on his Instagram. When analyzing Chop's behavior prior to 2020, it hadn't been too flashy. Besides some of his beef with Kanye West, which was actually squashed at one point, there isn't really anything close to this behavior. Although, young Chop was extremely close with his mom, who sadly passed away a few years before, and the same could be said about his grandma.
Bro, fuck everything.
Sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
Just like by like your whole demeanor, you seem like you were like you probably close with them. You feel me?
Yeah, hell yeah. I was super close to them.
Mama
like,
Chop, my
bro,
rest in peace, Mama Chop.
Super
bro.
close.
Even though Chop was so close to his mom, we can only speculate that this could have had something to do with him acting out so much. But as we fast forward to April of 2022, Chop also lost his brother. It was alleged that his brother was beating his girlfriend, and she was the one who ended up killing him, and she claimed self-defense.
You know? Oh boy. That boy ugly than that motherfucker.
April of 2022 was not only significant for the loss of young Chop's brother, but also it was the last time we saw a post from him on social media. That's because on April 4th of 2022, Chop was arrested for jumping bail and failure to appear for fingerprints, and he hasn't been free or heard from since. Young Chop is a legend in Chicago and a legend in the drill genre of hip-hop, and with his life having so many ups, downs, gains, and losses, it might be a good thing that he is staying away from social media and hopefully getting his head right while he's in jail. I just hope that he isn't inside for too long, as I don't want to see Chop inside, but I do hope he's able to take this time to get himself in a better place mentally for when he comes out. If you enjoy this type of content and want more similar to this, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you want to see next, and also what are your thoughts on Young Chop. Peace.